It is finally here.
Look at this. I've been waiting so long to have this. It's been a month without a receiver. Let me tell you the story, guys. As I show you all the things that are in here, I purchased a Yamaha on March 4th from a guy on eBay who was putting his up for an auction. And of course, I decided I was going to jump on it because auction's obviously going to be at a cheaper price than what it retails for. And so I jumped on it and I ended up winning the bid on March 4th, obviously. And so I ended up paying him and it shipped out 2 days after I won the bid. And everything was good. I was happy. I was excited. And it took Monday it shipped and then it took Monday up to Thursday to get here. So Thursday came and I couldn't sleep the night before. I was so excited. And I actually start making you guys a video. And I was gonna tell you guys, oh my gosh, look what's here. I got this so much earlier than I told you guys I would. I'm so excited. Everything is going smoothly. And then all of a sudden I start opening the box and I pull out the remote. The remote looked like a giant old school calculator. Thick, heavy, definitely not modern. And I knew something was wrong at that point. So I stopped the video and I pull out the receiver and out comes a 75-pound giant beast of a Yamaha, right? But it was a Yamaha RZ9 and most people won't even know what that is. I didn't know what it is. It's well before HDMI. It still had Dolby Pro Logic 2 in it. It had dts-x 2 Plus. It was a beast in its time, but it was completely outdated. And so I instantly emailed eBay, or I called eBay and let them know that I need to open a case because I got the wrong item. And then I messaged the seller and told him that the item that he sent me, it wasn't the right item. And he insisted that the item that he sent me was the right item. And I insisted that it was not. And he decided to go ahead and call me a liar and try to make it seem like I had the right item and I was trying to return him something completely different to get my money back. And so for a while, I wasn't sure how I was going to prove to eBay that I wasn't doing what he was suggesting I was doing. So eBay assured me that as long as I had photos and the serial number of the item and I had the box still and I could return it back, that they would guarantee my money back. And it took me a month to get my item back, or get my money back, I should say. He ended up not replying to me after he realized that he wasn't going to win this case. And that's fine, because as long as I got my money back, that's okay. But he was listing things on his site that weren't the actual item, but he was putting it in the items box, if that makes any sense. So he had on his item, or on his page, the picture of the box that the RX comes in, but inside the RX box is not the RX. So I've been without a receiver for a month. Oh my gosh, this sits down there now. As you can see, the room layout is completely different, by the way. There's a lot that's been going on. So I'll talk about all this, and I'll talk about this. I told you guys in the previous video that there's a reptile here. I've ended up adding 2 more reptiles since then. So here you can see one right now. This guy, or this girl right here. Oh, yeah, doesn't like cameras. Doesn't like the spotlight. She's crazy, man. So let's talk about the Yamaha since we're here now. I bought this for another auction. I got it for $14.90 plus shipping included. So that's a good little discount on it. Guy didn't use it anymore. He used it for I think maybe a couple of weeks and then ended up moving houses. So he didn't have the need for it anymore. Let me go to wide angle lens here for you guys so you can check that out. Untouched, basically. Still has the factory stickers on it and everything. Had the packaging for all of the items here. So we'll go with these items really, really quickly. So this goes to the music stand here. So you put this YPAL mic here in the 3 different positions. And this is also the stand that goes onto it. Let me wide angle for you guys here. You put the stand underneath it and you can use this to calibrate your system, obviously. And what I'm going to do for future videos, when I was reviewing or reading reviews for the receiver, I was looking more towards how good is YPAL's calibration system and YPAL RSC, since RSC is their newest version of YPAL. And there's not a lot of YPAL things on there. There's a bunch of Odyssey. Everybody knows Odyssey with Dana and Marantz and stuff like that. Onkyo used to have it. But there's not a lot of things about YPAL. There's a few things on Pioneer's MCACC. So I decided that I'm gonna make a video about 3 different components. Right now, this is the unboxing. As you see, I've already unboxed it. The second video I'm gonna make is setting up the receiver, how it sounds, and then I'm gonna make a third video about YPow itself and what I think about it and how it goes through its process and everything like that. So here's all the stuff that came in the box here. We had the remote here. People complain about the remote because the buttons are crammed, and I agree. There's no backlighting at all when you push the button, so searching for this in the dark will be kind of tough. You might have to use your phone to illuminate. Here is the FM antenna, which I don't know if I'll be using or not. It doesn't come with HD radio, but it does come with other online streaming services, so that might cancel each other out. YPow mic, of course. This is the Bluetooth/Wi-Fi dongle that goes on the back of it. It just sticks right here. I know the Marantz had 2 of these, and I'm not too sure if 2 of them really made a difference or not. So we'll just try to go ahead and one-hand this. There we go. So that goes there and sticks up like this. There we go. Since we're on the back here, this is a 9.2 channel receiver, 11.2 channel processing. As you see here, it has its pre-outs. There you go, has its pre-outs. Still has legacy connections here. Has 2 HDMI outs, one for ARC, auto return channel, to your TV so they can communicate to each other, and then zone out for another separate room if you want to put video in another room. And then it has 7 HDMIs all across here, HDCP 2.2 compliant, so your HDR will pass through, as well as 4K video at 60 frames per second. We can connect a computer here if we need to. You have your IR blaster somewhere. I knew I saw it somewhere. So you can send signals to like a subwoofer or something. Here you go. Here you go. Your triggers, your trigger outs and stuff. So here's your connections. I'll be using banana plugs, so I won't have to go through the bare wire issues of trying to untie these and tie them back and etc. So this is where your FM antenna hooks up to. LAN port here. I won't be using LAN, even though it's the best option to do so. My modem is across the house, so there's no way. No way. So this is its beauty right here. We'll open the flap here. Before we do that, let's read some of these. So this is Atmos and dts-x ready right out of the box. I believe that this is 150 watts into 8 ohms, but I'll be using I think a 4 ohm load. I'm going to put a 4 ohm. I know you can, there's 2 buttons you can push so that you can change your ohms, your impedance, and your speakers. So I'm going to change it to low so I can get the most power out of here. I also still have a, you can't see it, down here on this left door is an external amplifier that I'll be using power amplifier to power the 3 speakers across the front. Atmos. So in the future, I've already bought them. They're on their way. There's 4 speakers that are going to be placed up there. They're Harman Kardon's satellites, really nice, glossy black. I'm getting rid of those little thingies. They didn't do enough. They didn't have a lot of power to them, so I really had to crank the system up to get much out of them. So what I'm going to do is replace those. I'm going to have 2 up there, obviously, and then 2 back there. And we're going to have Atmos and dts-x hanging from the wall. I don't want to put a module on the speakers, one, because these speakers are very wide, so the modules will be much more narrow, so it will look kind of awkward. 2, my ceilings are vaulted slightly. 3, reflections from your bass or your speaker up to the ceiling is the worst type of Atmos to have. And then 4, why not just hang them up? They sound better. Fire them down towards you. Object based, so it'll be perfect. It'll be sitting down here, right there. I already had the wires and things ready to go. So I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and pull this flap down. Here we go. So we have a legacy connection here, and a second HDMI, or an 8th, I guess I should say, HDMI in the front. USB, YPow mic comes here. Headphones. I did try this out, and I had a Yamaha a long time ago. Headphones are really cool, but don't really see the need if you're using this for home theater. And then of course you have your zones, 1, 2, 3, 4, zone control, and you have your scene selection. So stay tuned for a few more videos. When I set this up, there'll be a video of the process of setting it up. I will make a video of my thoughts about YPow and how it sounds, and get a movie in here or something. So before we go, let's figure out if we can figure out where these turtles are. So we saw the first one. She's Corey. She's hiding. I don't know if you can catch her back there. She's a monster. It's a stink pot. It's a musk turtle. She's a female. That's the biggest she's gonna get. She's 4 to 4.5 inches. She's pretty nice. She's just scared. She doesn't like being picked up, so she thought I was gonna pick her up. If you can get in here, you might be able to. Maybe not. You can probably see just a little bit. There we go. You can see a little shell. That is that the girl? I got another girl in here. Yes, the girl. She is Nala. She's a baby. And right next, there's Milo. Milo's my favorite. Can you get Milo? Milo's so hard to see. There you go. That's Milo. Milo's my favorite turtle. Love that little guy. He's a boy. So I got 2 females and a boy. Both of these turtles here sitting in this tree here are hatchlings. This is a juvenile musk turtle, full grown. So they get along pretty well, especially these two. They're always messing with each other. She's always off on her own, just roaming the bottom, eating stuff, and digging all the time at night, making all this noise. So that's my family of turtles. So stay tuned for other videos. I'm going to post more videos about how this sounds, why PAL for sure, and my interpretation. So Kpaceguy out.